Hey guys, today I want to kind of show off my Walther PDP steel frame, and more importantly, I want to kind of check and verify its parts compatibility and interchangeability with the Q5 steel mesh. So the reason why it took me so long to get one, steel frame is that by the time I saw it released, by looking at the frame, I was like, hey, there's gotta be some kind of a compatibility or similarity between this one and the Q5. So I've been wondering whether the slide or the upper assembly can somehow interchange with the Q5's steel frame, so that maybe I don't need to buy a whole new gun, and if I can buy just one upper assembly and be able to just put it on my Q5, then it will be a nice thing. So I searched. I ran into an awesome dude online, and he mentioned that there is a way. And so I've been waiting for Walther to release the upper assembly, just like the PDP, the older PDP models, where they started to sell independently for those assembly. So, but I waited for a long time, nothing happened. So, and then I shot a message to Walther and say, hey, can you confirm that this is the case? And then Walther just simply replied with, no, they are not compatible. So then I run into this awesome deal on Gunbroker, and I got this one, very light used, kind of pre-used version, and it's a very good deal. So I was like, okay, I better just get one and then try to verify it by myself. So here we go. I'll skip all the content about reviewing the Walther PDP steel frame, because there's already a ton of videos out there. So let's jump straight to the parts, because as you can see, the grip, PDP steel frame's grip is not like it's not like the regular or the older PDP, because it shares some similarity with the Q4, Q5 kind of grip, but it's not like exactly like the Q4, Q5 because it's longer. So it's kind of a fusion, right? It's kind of something in the middle. Therefore, it won't be an easy, parts kind of swap kind of deal. So anyhow, this is kind of special, but the mag is the same PDP regular mag. That's good. I have this mag with the lock grips, the base pad, the brass base pad from lock grips. First thing, safety check. Okay, empty chamber, and empty chamber on the Q5. All right. So the mag release, the extended mag release, it works on all the PDP and Q4, Q5. The slide release, or the slide, what do you call it, takedown lever, is I would say the same as the Q4, Q5. I got this one from Black Steel. So it's like foldable. It's pretty awesome. So it's the same as the Q4, Q5. So that's interchangeable. Other than that, mags are not. There are different mags. They're not interchangeable. The mag well. So I wonder if the mag well for the PDP steel frame can swap between the regular PDPs and the Q4, Q5. The answer is no, because if you just look at the back, this one is thinner, this one is larger, thicker. So I tried to take this down and then try to swap it on to the regular PDP and Q4, Q5. No, they don't work. This is just narrower than all those models. I don't have a PDP F or Pro, kind of those kind of versions, so I don't know. But for this one, No, they are by themselves. Now what I want to show you is the slide. Can this slide plus the barrel work on this, and vice versa? So let's see. All right. Okay, this is a PDP steel frame. And this is my Q5. All right. So now, if you don't do anything else, just put the PDP's upper on the Q5. It will not work. It can go on, but when you try to rack back, see, it stops right here. It cannot move further behind. Same thing if you try to put a Q5 steel frame upper on the PDP steel frame grip, same, it won't. However, the trick is, let me put it here. The trick is the barrel. The slide themselves actually seem to be fine. So if you take the barrel out, by the way, I have the, what is this? ZRST? Gosh, I forgot. So this long stroke recoil spring. This is really great. Installed on this. I just removed the what do you call it? The original plastic damper, the slide damper, and then so that this longer version of the recoil spring can go on. So the effect is this one created a longer movement possibility for the slide, and therefore reduces the felt recoil. So I heard a lot of good things about it. Anyhow, coming back to what we're trying to do here, take the barrel out from the PDP and take the barrel out from the Q5. Obviously, they are different. I mean, in a lot of ways. There is a I forgot, is a dude or a lady video on YouTube explaining exactly what's the dimension difference and those kind of things. But the barrel's measurement at some places, they are different. Okay. However, this barrel can go in here and this barrel can go in here, which is very interesting. So if we take the Q5's barrel into PDP, it fits, works. If you wiggle it, nothing crazy, nothing seems obviously wrong. So we put the recoil spring in, and now let's put the PDP's. Yep, this is the PDP barrel on the Q5 slide. Seems fine. Okay, and put the recoil spring on. All right, now magic happens. So this PDP slide can go on the Q5 grip. Now if you rack back, it will go. Okay, and it will also go for a long distance, I believe, as advertised. See, it doesn't only stop like around here, but it can go further down, kind of thing. So as advertised by this recoil spring. So you can wreck the sorry, let me pull this down. So you can wreck the slide now. So this is a PDP steel frame upper on a Q5 lower. See, seems fine. Again, seems fine. Okay, pull the trigger, works. Trigger reset. Seems to be working. Now the other way around. This Q5 slide with the PDP's barrel on a PDP steel frame lower. So it goes, rack, it can go back. See, the regular recoil spring only allows you to go this far, compared to that long stroke recoil spring that I just showed you. Anyway, so if you see, it racks fine. I don't feel any, friction or any resistance or any clicks or sense of something rubbing on something. Feels pretty natural. Feels that it is, it just fits, So now let's test the trigger pull. All right. So the trick is the barrel. The measurement difference on the barrel creates the differences in terms of when it works with the internals in the grip, including the sears and everything. So now seems like this works and this fits pretty well. If you see, you can't even tell that they are not from the same gun, right? Okay, it it just feels so natural, so this is interesting. Now what I want to emphasize is Walther mentioned that it does not work. So they did not say this trick, and it seems like they did not want to introduce these kind of funny ideas, and because I think they did not test it. They did not stress test it, to ensure the reliability and the robustness and all those kind of things. So they will not vouch for it. But you can quote me, but don't trust me that this will work 100%. Right? Don't trust me that this will not create any problem. This will not damage your gun. This will not damage your parts like the ejectors or sear or whatever internal parts. All I'm showing you is if you are like me and you wonder whether it will work, just on the surface, I would say yes, if you have the right barrel, right? So you keep the so the barrel goes with the grip, goes with the frame. So as long as you have those from the same gun, and it doesn't matter which slide you put on. So it seems to be, able to rack and able to work. I have not tested with the live rounds yet, so I just want to show you. This is my findings, and this also verifies what the other dude that I ran into on the internet, he also told me the same thing. So here's a video to kind of prove it, and I think it's interesting knowledge and interesting finding. So just want to share that with you. And the other thing is that dude that I met on internet, he mentioned the reason he cares more about the new PDP steel frames grip more than the slide, because he believes the Q5 slide looks more awesome, so he wants to do this, and basically he wants this, right? An awesome looking Q5 slide on a more ergonomic and more modern grip from PDP instead of this. But I initially wanted this because I didn't want to buy another PDP. I already have like 2 PDPs, and the reason why he wanted this one is that not only this holds like a 17-18 rounds, whereas this is like old timer, right? This guy's only 15, which is like a bit odd in a modern world. But he also mentioned that the beaver tail and the ergonomic is just slightly better compared to the older Q4, Q5 kind of thing. And I also saw the other person on YouTube also mentioning the same thing. So now I'm able to try, right? So what they're saying is the new design of PDP steel frame, the beaver tail is shorter and it's kind of a slightly have a cut upper so that it gives you more room around your thumb and your, what do you call it, knuckle. So basically when you hold the gun, you're able to just have your shooting hand move up and be able to hold the gun and more firmly without bothering your thumb here. I think that's true, right? So I'm able to hold right here without feeling like this is like really rubbing on my joints and hurting. Whereas here, I do feel like this is a little bit biting. You can see the mark is biting on my joint. I think that is a real thing, but if I adjust my grip just a little bit, I think it's not too bad. Right? I think it's not too bad, but I think it's definitely, you can call it an improvement. Different people, they have different shape, hand shape, and I believe a lot of people will find it more comfortable with the new PDP frame. But I think the beaver tail on the older Q5 just looks better, because this one seems to be, like, this seems like a bird, this seems like a chicken, that kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and also while we are here, I do want to mention, if you wonder, this is the aftermarket trigger, this Overwatch. This is the Walther's dynamic. Also, you can say it's aftermarket because initially it did not come with the Q4, Q5 did not come with the original PDP, but now they put it on as a whole package of the PDP steel frame. So what's the difference, right? So the Overwatch one, very clear wall, very light pre-travel, right? You hit the wall and then that's the break, super crisp. And the Walther dynamic, there's a wall and there's another wall, which kind of bothers me. I don't know whether it's because something's different or wrong or whatever with the dynamic trigger. This is the first and only dynamic trigger that I've ever owned, so I don't know whether this is normal. Maybe you have one, just let me know. So pre-travel, hit the wall, first wall, and then you keep pulling, there's another wall, so you can have two walls. I call it some kind of a creep that I don't particularly like compared to the Overwatch. And then you hit the wall. The brake is also pretty crisp, probably a little bit heavier trigger pull compared to the Overwatch. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, just feels like this is more clear. You feel every stage, right? And somehow this one, is a little bit sluggish, I would say. That's the part I don't like, but that's only on the first pull. The first pull, you have this two wall kind of feel. But then if you don't let go and you keep on shooting, right, all the follow-up shots, and as long as you don't, you just go here and then you will stay here, and then you keep, pulling the trigger. You keep resting at the final wall, and it's not bad, So yeah, this is my feeling, this is my feedback, just based on this one single dynamic trigger I have. Maybe other dynamic triggers are different, they're better. I'm just, I just have bad luck or something. So only based on that limited information, I would say I still would probably prefer the Overwatch one. But you tell me what is your opinion on this. So in short, this is what I found. I think it's pretty interesting information. So maybe I'll try shooting these different combinations at the range. Hopefully I don't damage anything, I don't ruin my gun. But yeah, just want to mention that it is not recommended. This is not widely verified or certified. So here you go. Thank you for watching. See you next time.